Invincible versus 20 pro-viltrumite humans. Let's get it.
I'm Mark Grayson, also known as the superhero Invincible, and today I'm surrounded by 20 humans who support the Viltrum Empire. My first claim is, if you support the Viltrumites, you hate humanity. They don't see us as equals, only as tools or obstacles. Standing with them means betraying everything that makes us human.
So because we want...
Ooh, he not wrong. He not wrong because if you've seen the show, they wanted to use Earth as like a breeding ground. Just that's it. They didn't care. They don't care about the humans. So it's like, why? Oh, he got a point. I'm with Mark.
Join the greatest empire in the universe, one that could fix our planet and solve our problems, instead of going to war with them, a war it's ridiculously obvious we're gonna lose. That makes us self-hating humans?
The Viltrum Empire isn't the greatest empire in the universe. Their empire was built on blood, oppression, and crushing the weak. Everything that goes against our values.
And how do you think our empires here on Earth were built? The same way: blood, conquest, and oppression. History proves every nation and empire was built on the suffering of others. Why is it different? Because just this time it's on a universal scale.
Because our dark history is exactly why we should never join the Viltrumites. History taught us what happens when we follow that path and that we must do better.
And history also taught us to not fight wars we have no chance of winning.
We do have a chance. I'll make sure of it.
What are you...
See, now you about to piss me off. Mark, he do not, as a human, I would not put faith in Mark. Name one fight he won. He hasn't won a fight. He does not win fights. He didn't win against Conquest. That was all Eve. And the only reason he won is because Eve blasted him. Mark sucks. He cannot win a fight. And if he didn't even have the chance to save any humans when he fought Omni-Man. So it's like, I get it. He just like was starting out, but Mark cannot win fights. He sucks. This is the weakest main character ever. He literally sucks.
Talking about you couldn't even beat one of them. You struggled against a human whose only superpower was running through holes. And you expect us to believe you can stop thousands of Viltrumites invading Earth?
Estimate age place the population between 15 and 14. See, yeah. I think Mark is... He's just weak. He sucks. Eve could kill a Viltrumite before he can.
You think we're
not alone? I'm not alone. We have heroes on Earth who will fight beside me.
And them heroes got killed. They suck. They literally will get packed up without a doubt, instantly. So it's... Mark, you losing me, man. You losing me.
And beyond Earth, we have allies across the universe who hates the Viltrumites just as much. If everyone they've ever oppressed stands together, we can win.
Having just one Viltrumite, your dad, made everything on Earth so much better. Imagine if we actually joined our empire. All of our problems would be solved. Millions of people die every year because of our pathetic medical knowledge. That would end. They could teach us, give us that technology. Life would be so much easier.
You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea how horrible these people are. How many will die if we go to war with them?
We don't have to go to war. You say they are monsters, but they said over and over, if we surrender and join them, they won't harm us.
And you believe them? They will never treat us as equals. And if we don't stand against them, will be ruled by an oppressive, authoritarian empire.
We are already ruled by authoritarian, oppressive governments. You act like our leaders are saints. They have killed far more of us than the Viltrumites ever have. The real villains ruining Earth are humans. And with the Viltrumites in charge, we'd finally have the strength to stop them. Like I said, One Viltrumite was enough to stop almost all evil here. Imagine what they could do with an entire army.
They're not going to stop the evil, they are the evil.
He genuinely tripping, because it's like, as a human, what am I going to do to a Viltrumite? I'm going to get speed blitzed in an instant. What am I going to do? He's talking about, we're not alone, we can stand together. Who's staying together? I can't do nothing against a Viltrumite. I'm going to get thrashed. So it's like, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
Everyone in the universe knows it. Every planet that's ever joined them has ended up in ruins, crushed, controlled, suffering under their rule. Why would Earth be any different? Talking to you makes me realize maybe Earth's biggest problem isn't the Viltrumites. Maybe it's us. Maybe it's the fact that even when the choice is obvious, we can't agree on it.
Which is exactly why we need them. They fix even that.
My second claim is...
Honestly, I might be rocking with the Viltrumites because they would genuinely like fix a bunch of problems. And all we gotta do is agree to it? Seems like a no-brainer to me.
Humanity's values are superior to Viltrumite values. They think strength gives them the right to rule. But we know empathy, cooperation, and justice are what truly build a civilization.
That's a good point. That's a good point. His shirt says Omni-Man was right. I actually need a shirt like that. That's hard. But he got a point. Let's see what they got to say, though.
And justice? Tell that to the people who can't afford homes because their rents keep going up. Tell that to the forests that gets burned down for profit. Tell that to the endless families crushed by endless wars and corruption. It's not the Viltrumites doing that. It's your people. It's your so-called civilization.
Everything you just listed isn't even a fraction of what the Viltrumites would do if they ever ruled this planet.
And who's saying that? The same people who lied about weapons, about wars, and about what's really happening out there in space. Why should I believe anything you or your government tells me? For all I know, maybe the Viltrumites are the good guys. Maybe they are trying to free us from you.
After all the cities they burned, the planets they wiped out, you still think they're the heroes here?
Maybe those wiped out planets were the threats. Maybe they were tyrannical regimes just like ours. Maybe all those stories you've been fed are propaganda, fear campaigns to keep us obedient, to distract us from the real threats facing our planets.
If a race of superpowered, planet-hopping, galaxy-colonizing psychopaths that no planet could stop isn't the biggest threat we face, then tell me, what is?
It's the Jews!
That's the problem, Mark, for you. This is about values and freedom and ideology. But for us, for real humans, it's life and death. We're the ones who suffer. We're the ones who die. Like always, people like you at the top see this as politics.
What do you mean, people like me? I'm not the government. I'm just a guy trying to help, trying to protect my people.
I used to be.
See, bro, he's far from a human. He's a human, but he's nothing like the other humans. Like, you're literally like half Viltrum. Like, you're nothing like them. So it's like, what do you like? Why are you trying to be a human? Be a Viltrumite. If you like acted like a Viltrumite or tapped into that, you would pack them up instead of getting thrashed every fight. You're getting packed up by people who should not be whooping you, and you can easily win every fight in an instant, but you don't because you suck.
It's the Viltrumites too. But then my daughter died of cancer. And I can't stop thinking that if we had accepted their empire, if we had just swallowed our pride and let them share their science, she might still be alive today.
I'm sorry about your daughter, truly. But we can't risk the survival of our entire civilization just to solve one problem, no matter how painful that problem is. We need to deal with the Viltrumites first, and then figure out our problems ourselves, or find allies we can actually trust.
But we have been trying for thousands of years, and every solution we come up with just makes everything worse. We never fix anything.
And do you know what's worse than failing on our own? Succeeding under their boot. trusting our future to the same empire that every corner of the galaxy calls the greatest evil in existence.
Maybe we don't have to trust them. Maybe we can trust you. What if you joined them? You'd have influence. You could leverage their power to protect Earth.
No. See, the way they work, strength, the stronger you are, the more influence you have. Mark is weak. He's weak as hell. He's actually getting, they would kill him. So he's not influencing nothing. He sucks. He's weak as shit. Simple as that.
And if we make ourselves useful, maybe they'll keep us around.
Useful? So you're okay with humanity becoming another tool, another cog in their machine to conquer and oppress countless other worlds? That's not survival. That's surrender. That's saying our lives matter more than the lives we'll help them destroy. And that is cowardice.
That's what I mean. You're still talking about right and wrong. I don't care about what's right anymore. I care about my people living. I care about my daughter not dying.
And I care about that too, more than you know. But survival that comes at the cost of our soul isn't survival. If we sell our freedom, our dignity, our future, if we trade all of that just to keep breathing, then we're not living. We're just existing under someone else's rule. And if we teach our children that life is worth saving at any cost, even if that cost is becoming the villains ourselves, then what's the point of surviving at all? My third claim is, if we unite, we can defeat the Viltrum Empire.
No, we cannot. We absolutely cannot. We would get clapped. We would get thrashed. We would take it in the butt. Like, we would get clapped. We can't do nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Humanity has always survived the impossible by standing together. And this time will be no different.
Didn't the superhero team on Earth get turned into red space by just one Viltrumite? Haven't you already lost enough times to maybe, just maybe, stop and listen? We don't want to defeat them. We don't want our glorious freedom. Even if you think surrender is a bad future, at least it's a future. We'd rather have a bad future than no future.
You don't realize how horrific Viltrumite rule will be. You don't understand what you're asking for.
No, Mark! You don't understand what you're doing. You're a 17-year-old kid with cosmic daddy issues trying to process them by risking 8 billion lives. You are leading the planet into an unwinnable war just to prove you're nothing like him. To you, this is not a plan. It's therapy. And we are not your therapists. So why the hell are you the one deciding the fate of our species?
I not decide anything. Humanity agrees with me. The vast majority want to fight. They'd rather die free than live under tyranny.
You think they agree, but you don't know. Why not let us decide? Why not let us vote? Why don't you let the ones who want to join the Viltrum Empire join? And you and the others can go play Galactic Spartacus without dragging the rest of us into annihilation.
He has a point. Like, why? He has a point. So just let them go. He might be onto something. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how Mark would have a rebuttal against that. Let's see.
Because here's the thing, Mark. Maybe freedom isn't the right to swing your fist until you die fighting. Maybe freedom is the right to kneel if that's what keeps your children alive. And if you're so sure you're fighting for humanity, why does it feel like you're fighting against what humanity actually wants?
Buddy has a point. I might be siding with the pro-Viltrumite humans. I'm not gonna lie. But, hey, man.